Hi everybody, I'm Alex, and today I'm going to be talking to you about scanning apps and why we use them, and specifically for use in a library. So a scanning app is an app that's going to crop a picture to be straight and also enhance it to look clearer and easier to read. Sorry about the vertical video, by the way, but this is how we're going to be shooting for the rest of this video. I'm aware of the black bars on both sides. Sorry about that. So let's jump in and let's do some scanning. Okay, so I've got my book here about coding and using Scratch. And you'll also notice that I'm pretty close to a window, and it creates this kind of soft light. You'll notice that the quality of the shadow is kind of soft. That's what I mean by soft light. It's all very evenly lit, so this is a really nice spot to shoot. I'm also trying to find some sort of surface that contrasts where we can see the edge clearly. So putting this yellow book on a yellow piece of paper would probably be a bad idea because we can't see the edge clearly. Okay, so now that we've found our spot, we're going to go over and switch to the CamScanner app. So let's go ahead and launch that. And I've actually just scanned it, but I'm going to do it one more time. So we're going to click on the little camera button when we're in CamScanner. And you'll notice that we can swipe between single, ID card, and batch. So ID card's fairly straightforward, but single would just be for one page, whereas batch would be if we wanted to shoot several pages and combine them into a PDF. And that's actually what I'd like to do today. So I'm going to go ahead and snap the cover, and let's go to a page that we think is interesting. Ooh, that's cool. All right, let's go to the first section here. And you'll notice that the shape of the book is kind of doing this, kind of like a little wave because of the spine. Let's try to get it as flat as possible because we can't quite fix that in a scanning app. So if that's as flat as we can get, let's get close. Make sure we can see all of the edges. And let's go ahead and shoot that one. Perfect. And you'll notice you'll start getting faster and faster at this. Let's get as close as we can without cutting off the edges. Perfect. All right, so I got my 3 pages. Let's click Finish. Now it's going to think and do its best job and kind of guess how it should look. Let's review the app's work and let's see how it looks. Cover looks great. Notice that there's nothing around it. There's no table showing. It also is straight on. And I do see that there's a little bit of shadow in the bottom left corner. So let's see if we can fix that in a minute. Let's check the next page. Oh, it did not do such a good job on this one. We're going to have to also edit that one. I can see the table. I don't want to see the table. Oh, it did a much better job on this. The reason why is this one is probably more geometrical. This was a perfect square the way that it was laying. It looked much more square-like, I should say, not a perfect square. Also, the cover was much more square-like. And this was kind of an unusual wavy shape, and it didn't quite do as good of a job guessing where the edges of the page was. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to re-edit it. So I'm going to click re-edit in the corner. And the first thing that it's showing me is, let's find the edges of the page. So I can probably help it fix it a little bit, but you know, that's fine. That's really workable for me. So it just kind of did this process, and you see that it's on magic color. That was way too contrasty. We've got these weird white spots. I think auto looks pretty good. I'm going to leave it at auto. Okay, I'll click the check mark. Let's go to the next. We're going to need to re-edit that one. Yeah, it didn't quite guess those edges correctly. So let's move it to the edges of the page that we want to see. There you go. Hey, that's probably going to do it. Let's click that. That's pretty good. I think I'm all right with that. It doesn't need to be 100% perfect. It's definitely going to work for my purpose, which is just reading and learning how to use Scratch. Nice. That's pretty good. So the next one. Yeah, I'm actually fine with that. So I'm going to click back. And then my very, very last step is, once I'm happy with the way it looks, I'm going to go ahead and click on Share down at the bottom. So on my iPhone, I can see that I have a few different options here. I can send it to Facebook. I can save it to my files. I can even go to Google Drive. So when I'm working with students, I usually have them work in Google Drive when they're scanning and just save their stuff up there to the cloud. Cool. So it's just going to go to my work account. You can see down there my little picture. And it's going to just go to my drive. I'll organize it later. And I'm going to click Upload. I think the file was around 1 megabyte. It's fairly small, so it should just take a second. And there you go. It's all done. So now I can jump over to Google Drive and I can start doing my reading when I've finished scanning all of my pages. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed it. And see you next time.